Welcome, dear viewers. Tonight, we delve into the depths of human fear and the unsettling truths that lie beneath our everyday lives. Each of the stories you'll hear tonight is based on actual events, chilling in their authenticity and disturbing in their implications. Prepare yourself, for these are not mere tales spun from the imagination, but rather true accounts that will haunt your thoughts long after the screen fades to black. So, sit back, dim the lights, and brace yourself as we explore three disturbing, true, scary stories. Our first story takes us to a small town in the Midwest, where a series of strange occurrences began in the fall of 2012. It all started when a young couple, Sarah and Tom, moved into an old Victorian home, eager to start their new lives together. Little did they know, the house harbored a dark secret. Shortly after moving in, Sarah began to hear the faint sounds of a child crying at night. At first, she dismissed it as her imagination, or perhaps the sound of children playing in the neighborhood. However, as the nights grew colder, the crying grew louder, more desperate. Concerned, Sarah and Tom decided to investigate. They discovered that the previous owners had lost a child in a tragic accident within the home. The child's spirit, it seemed, had never left, bound to the place where they had met their untimely end. Sarah, driven by compassion, decided to reach out to the spirit, hoping to provide some comfort. One dark evening, armed with a candle and her resolve, she spoke into the void, asking the child what they needed. In response, the crying stopped, and a chilling whisper filled the room.
"Help me!"
Terrified, yet determined, Sarah and Tom sought to uncover the truth behind the child's death. What they found was a tale of neglect and sorrow. After several sleepless nights filled with research, they learned that the child had been left alone, forgotten by parents who succumbed to their own grief. Compelled to act, they held a small ceremony, lighting candles and sharing stories of love and loss, hoping to set the spirit free. As the last candle flickered out, a profound silence enveloped the room. The couple felt a weight lift, as if the very air had changed. In the following weeks, the cries ceased, and the couple found peace. Yet, the memory of that haunting presence lingered on, a reminder that sometimes the past refuses to be forgotten. Our second story unfolds in a suburban neighborhood, a place that seemed idyllic on the surface, but held a sinister undercurrent. Meet the Johnsons, a family who had just moved into their new home, filled with dreams of a bright future. However, their dreams quickly turned into nightmares. It began innocently enough. The family noticed a figure lurking outside their home late at night. At first, they assumed it was a neighbor or perhaps a passerby. However, as the weeks progressed, the figure became a constant presence, watching them from the shadows with an unsettling intensity. Feeling a sense of dread creeping into their lives, the Johnsons decided to confront the issue. They reported the sightings to the local authorities, but each time the police arrived, the figure had vanished into thin air, leaving behind only the lingering sensation of being watched. Determined to protect their family, the Johnsons installed security cameras around their property. What they discovered was chilling. The footage revealed a hooded figure standing just outside their windows, its face obscured, watching the family with unyielding focus. Determined to protect their family, the Johnsons installed security cameras around their property. What they discovered was chilling. The footage revealed a hooded figure standing just outside their windows, its face obscured, watching the family with unyielding focus. As the days turned into weeks, the figure's presence grew bolder. It began to leave messages on their porch, cryptic notes that sent shivers down their spines. "I see you," one note read, "You cannot hide from me." Fear gripped the family, and they considered moving away, but they hesitated, unwilling to let a stranger dictate their lives. That decision would haunt them. One fateful night, the Johnsons awoke to a loud crash. Rushing downstairs, they found their front door ajar, and the figure standing in the living room, illuminated by the flickering light of their television. Paralyzed by fear, they watched as the figure turned to them, a grotesque smile stretching across its face. In that moment, the family realized they were not just being watched, they were being hunted. With a surge of adrenaline, they fled through the back door, seeking refuge at a neighbor's house. The police were called, but they never found the intruder. The Johnsons moved away soon after, leaving behind their dream home, forever haunted by the shadow that had watched them so closely. Our final story is a chilling reminder of the unknown that can lurk just beneath our feet. It begins with Mark, a young man who inherited an old house from his grandparents. Excited about the prospect of renovation, he began to explore every nook and cranny of the property. One day, while cleaning out the basement, Mark came across a hidden door, its edges worn and covered in dust. Curiosity piqued, he opened it, revealing a narrow staircase leading into darkness. Ignoring the rising unease in his gut, he descended, armed only with a flashlight. As he reached the bottom, he found himself in a small, dimly lit room. The walls were lined with old photographs and newspaper clippings, each one depicting strange occurrences in the town. As he examined them, he noticed something chilling. Each article referenced an individual who had gone missing over the decades. Suddenly, a cold breeze swept through the room, extinguishing his flashlight. Panic surged within him as he fumbled to turn it back on. When the light flickered back to life, he was not alone. A shadowy figure stood in the corner, its features indistinct, but its presence undeniably sinister. Mark bolted up the stairs, slamming the door behind him, heart racing. He spent the following days researching the clippings, discovering a horrifying pattern. Every person depicted in the photographs had vanished after entering that very basement. Determined to uncover the truth, Mark returned to the basement, this time armed with a camera and a voice recorder. What he captured that night was nothing short of terrifying. As he spoke into the darkness, asking if anyone was there, the recorder picked up a series of whispers, pleading for help, revealing that the missing individuals were trapped, unable to escape their fate. Overcome with dread, Mark made the decision to seal the basement door, hoping to prevent anyone from ever uncovering the dark history that lay below. But deep down, he knew that the shadows would always linger, waiting for the next curious soul to descend into the depths of despair. And there you have it, 3 disturbing true stories that remind us of the darkness that can lurk within our own lives. Whether it be the forgotten, the watcher, or the secrets hidden beneath our feet, these tales serve as a chilling reminder of the fragility of our existence and the mysteries that surround us. As we close this chapter, I implore you to remember, not all shadows are benign, and sometimes the past is more than just a memory. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you found these stories unsettling, please consider subscribing and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe and remember to keep the lights on.